using are is known as actually Newton's difference method. So so these methods are proposed by Sir Isaac Newton. Uh, now the difference methods now are classified into three types: forward difference, backward difference, and central difference. Um, did you have any math course regarding any of these?
No, sir. As far I remember, we didn't have.
Okay, okay, okay. It's fine. It's not very difficult. Uh, so, so the problem in hand is this: I have some function which is very complicated. Okay, think of the very first complicated expression that you can imagine. Let's say e to the power sine hyperbolic of alpha times x or something. Okay, now or maybe that is even differentiable. So so let's say make cosine of that. Okay, so whatever comes to your mind, very complicated looking function. Okay, which is not very easy to differentiate. Okay, or possibly you cannot differentiate using our standard uh, you know analytical methods. So so that's why you want to use a numerical differentiation method. Okay, so this function, however, should be such that you should be able to evaluate the function anywhere you want. Okay, for example, x ranges from a to b, and you may take steps of size h. Okay, basically n steps of size h, where h is basically b minus a divided by n. Okay, so from a to b you take steps of this size, and basically you can number them as so let's say this one is a and this one is b, and then your a is your x0 and b is your xn, and in between there lies x1 x2 etc, and somewhere over here there is xi plus 1, and over here let's say xi minus 1. Okay, and they are supposed to be uniformly yeah, the gap between them should be uniform. Okay, or uniform distance apart, they should be uniform distance apart. Not that that is the criteria for using any of these methods, but in order to have the same order of accuracy throughout from a to b, you are supposed to take the same size of the step. Okay, and even before starting the discussion on any of these difference methods, it is very clear that the tinier h that you take, or the more number of steps that you take, you get more and more accuracy. Okay, uh, so you should be in a position to evaluate this function, f at such and such x values. Okay, starting from x0, then somewhere xi plus 1, xi minus 1. Okay, up to b, you should be in a position to evaluate those that function. So let's say these are the values of that function. Okay, uh, so one thing, to get the numerical differentiation, what we could have done, we could have simply fitted a curve through it, and then a polynomial curve maybe, and then for that polynomial we would have evaluated the derivative of that polynomial, and taken that derivative as the derivative for the function itself. Now this method that you would be using is even faster than that. You don't have to fit a polynomial or anything. So you have the discrete values of f at the values of f at discrete locations in x, which are uniformly apart. Okay, so gap between these any 2 points on the x axis is h. And and the we'll first discuss about the forward difference. In forward difference method, you can define f prime at xi, which is defined as df dx, or if there are more than one independent variable. All I'm trying to say here is, instead of uniaxial representation, if where we were to look into a function of two variables x and y, which would essentially be a surface of some sort. So if it were something like that, then this is ideally a partial derivative. But since we are here working with only a single independent variable, we can write this as a total derivative. But technically speaking, it is supposed to be partial derivative. And this is how it is going to be defined. It is f of xi plus 1 minus f of xi divided by h. Okay, and this is like an approximate representation of the derivative. Okay, now it is I mean, just by looking at it, it should be evident to you that f of xi plus 1, if I expand that in Taylor series, it is supposed to be f of xi plus h, right? So basically it can be written as f of xi, okay, and then h times f prime evaluated at xi, then h square divided by 2 factorial f double prime evaluated at xi, and then h cube divided by 3 factorial f triple prime, that is the third derivative, evaluated at xi, and so on up to infinity. Okay, now imagine I mean, this thing can be written something like f of xi h times f prime xi plus the remaining terms are of order h squared. Okay, and if we are willing to neglect order h squared, that's why earlier we discussed that the tinier the h is, the more accurate is your uh, calculation of the numerical differentiation. So if you can imagine that h is so tiny that h squared is almost negligible, then we can represent that f prime is approximately f of xi plus 1 minus f of xi divided by h. Okay, when you are so you can imagine the actual curve, it may be something like this. Okay, and you are at xi, and you are actually interested in this tangent right here. Okay, uh, looks like I chose a wrong example. So yeah, let's just exaggerate this portion a bit. So imagine this function f of yours, it changes something like this. Okay, and let's say this one is xi, this one is xi minus 1, and this one is xi plus 1. Okay, and you are actually interested in the tangent that is at xi. Instead, what you are doing is you are calculating this quantity. So this gap is h. So you take the difference between the two values xi plus 1 and xi and divide that with h, which essentially gives you this slope. And you can see how inaccurate this is. But typically, when we are using difference equations, we tend to take uh, if the variation of the curve is that much, you would probably be taking more than you know much more than two intervals. Okay, so you'd probably take 10 intervals, and that way the diagram would somewhat look like this, where it is difficult to show uh, that that the actual tangent and the difference value, the forward difference, they are not exactly same. Okay, but anyways, you can imagine if h is something like of the order of 10 to the power minus 2, this is of the order of 10 to the power minus 4, uh, and sometimes that may be you know more error than you would expect. Okay, now you can imagine what would be your backward difference. Backward difference would be something like this portion. So this one is your backward difference, and this red one is your forward difference value. The blue one is your actual derivative f prime evaluated at xi. Now, the backward difference formula, as you can imagine, so you'd approximate f prime at xi as f of xi minus f of xi minus 1 divided by h. Okay, now whether it is a backward difference or forward difference, okay, in order to evaluate the first derivative, so here we are trying to evaluate the first derivative. We are taking help of values of f at 2 points. Okay, so it is either xi and xi plus 1, or it is xi and xi minus 1. So these two expressions are called 2-point difference equations. Okay, now now one thing I forgot to add here. See, when you take h times f prime towards the left and bring in f of xi towards the right, okay, and then divide both sides with minus h, you'd get this expression plus order h, which means this f prime that you are calculating using either the forward difference or the backward difference method, okay, they have a truncation error or of order h. Okay, so so basically uh, from xi to xi plus 1, okay, that the gap is h, and then this f prime also changes from one location to other location proportional to h. Okay, or the amount the amount of error that you are getting, that is actually proportional to h. Okay, so earlier we are talking about that the error that you would be getting by taking only these two terms. Okay, but that is when you are trying to evaluate f of xi plus 1. When you are trying to evaluate f prime, because you are dividing either side with h, okay, the truncation error is of the order of h. Is it clear up to this part?
স্যার এরর যখন আরেকবার বলবেন
Kunta?
এরর
Error. Okay, see, when you look at the expression for f at xi plus 1, Okay, and if you take the first two terms in the Taylor series, so the order of truncation error is h squared in f of xi plus 1. But then when you are taking the values of f I plus 1, xi plus 1, because here the situation is that you are able to evaluate the function anywhere you want. It's the derivative which you have difficulty in evaluating. Now, if you take the values of if xi plus 1 and if xi, and then try to get the approximation of f prime at xi, okay, so the order of inaccuracy that you get, okay, for that you need to divide either side with h. And once you divide that order h squared term with h, you basically get order h of truncation error. বোঝা গেল?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is true for both forward and backward difference method. So what did we learn? So first thing that we learned is these difference methods are based on Taylor series. So you take limited number of terms in the Taylor series and then you try to um, evaluate a given derivative, whether it's first derivative and later on we will see second derivative. And that is true for forward and backward difference method as well as for central difference method, which we would be looking into in a minute. Achha, what else do we know? That the number of terms that we take, okay, that will in the Taylor series. So instead of taking two terms, if we take three terms in the Taylor series, that will give us higher order of accuracy or lower error. Okay, so far we have only taken the first two terms and we have got order h of error. And if we take more terms, then we will have higher order of accuracy. Achha, what else did we know? We know that the step size also matters. If we reduce the step size, if we take more number of steps in a given interval, there also we are able to get higher accuracy by taking more number of steps. Okay, so this is what we know so far. Another thing that we know, that we would be calling these expressions as 2-point difference equations. Now this is what the central difference method looks like. So instead of taking xi and any other term, so you would basically jump xi. We would take xi minus 1 and xi plus 1. So you would evaluate f at xi minus 1 and xi plus 1. And we would simply take the difference. We would simply try to, get the second for these two values. Okay. And as you can see that compared to backward difference method and forward difference method, even visually you can see that this one, although situated at a further distance from the curve itself, probably gives you more a better approximation of the slope of f prime. Can you see that? That instead of taking xi and xi minus 1 or xi and xi plus 1, instead if we choose to take xi minus 1 and xi plus 1 and get the secant for that. So these quantities are called secant. These are not actual tangents. These are actually secant. So this secant value is supposed to be this slope right here. It is going to be closer to that of f prime. Of course, we can show that with our expressions, but visually also it should be evident. Do you agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's try to write down the expressions for central difference. Try to write down the expressions for f at xi minus 1 and f at xi plus 1. So first of all, we can write them as f of xi minus h and f of xi plus h. Okay. So now this thing can be written as f of xi minus, plus h times f prime evaluated at xi plus h squared divided by 2 factorial f double prime times, f double prime evaluated at xi, and I'll explain why am I writing this many terms. Then comes h cube divided by 3 factorial f triple prime evaluated at xi, and then order h to the power 4. And here also this can be written as, first of all, f of xi, then minus h. So everything now replaced with the powers of minus h. But then square of minus h is simply h squared. And here you have minus h cube 3 factorial f triple prime xi, and then order h to the power 4. Now if I subtract f of xi plus 1 with f of xi minus 1, first of all, these two terms will cancel out. F of xi will cancel out. And so would these two terms. Remember, we are taking difference between f of xi plus 1 and f of xi minus 1. So the first term that we get, twice h f prime of xi, but then not. So you see, this h cube do not cancel each other. Okay, up to h squared is cancelled, but h cube do not cancel. So we have the first term, which is linear in h, as you can see, and this next term is not quadratic in h. The next term, or the remaining set of term, are ordered h cube. Okay, and that basically gives us the central difference technique. You see, you need to divide with twice h. H squared truncation error. So central difference gives us h squared truncation error as compared to your forward and backward difference. Okay, so whether visually or in terms of the expression, in either situation, the central difference, although it seems like that you are multiplying you are taking the gap between the two f values or the two x values higher compared to either forward or backward difference, but by doing that, but by taking twice the gap between the x values, at the midpoint you are evaluating the derivative more accurately. So when it was forward or backward difference, you are evaluating the derivative at one of the ends. Okay, as compared to central difference, where you are taking the two data points, okay, at twice the gap, but then you are evaluating the derivative in the middle, at the midpoint, and therefore with that you are getting one order higher accuracy. So imagine if h is 0.1, h is 0.1. Earlier you were having error of the order of 0.1 in evaluating the derivative, forward or backward difference. But with central difference, you are getting accuracy of 0.01. Okay, is it clear up to this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
স্যার আরেকবার একটু বলবেন, বুঝতে পারিনি।
কোন জায়গাটা বলো তো?
লাস্টে যেটা বললেন আর কি, মানে ওটা
আচ্ছা,
0।
হ্যাঁ, আমরা ফরওয়ার্ড ডিফারেন্স বা ব্যাকওয়ার্ড ডিফারেন্স যখন করছি, we are evaluating the derivative f prime at xi. We are approximately evaluating the derivative f prime at xi. But then xi serves as one of the endpoints of the the segment over which you are evaluating the derivative. Okay, one of the endpoints. As compared to the central difference, where you are taking twice the gap between the two x values at which you are evaluating the f and then taking the second. But then the derivative that you are getting, that corresponds to the midpoint, not one of the ends, not to the left, not to the right. Okay, for example, in forward difference, it corresponds to the f prime value
Left.
corresponds to the left, and backward
Right
difference
one.
it right one. But for central difference, it is supposed to represent the derivative in the middle of the segment, and that's why it becomes so accurate.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So now let's see how do we write the difference values. So to start with, one way or the other, we should have x values like x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, xi, etc. So x1, x2, x3, xi, etc. And then for y, sorry, it should start from x0, right? Then for similarly for y, or not y actually, it is for us it is f, right? So for f also you would be having the values f0, f1, f2, and now basically I'm just shortening the expression for f of xi. So all I'm trying to say here is fi is defined as f of xi. So you would be given these two sets of data. Okay, these two columns you would be given. You are either given the functional form of f and you evaluate, or you are directly provided these two columns. Okay, so your core uh, difference formulation has these two columns as inputs. Okay, now you try to so you take forward difference, let's say, and you try to evaluate f prime. So it would be evaluated something like, first one is f1 minus f0 divided by h. Okay, next comes f2 minus f1 divided by h, and so on. But it would end over here. Okay, you are not able to evaluate that. As you can see, you are not able to evaluate the forward difference at xn. You are only able to evaluate them up to xn minus 1. Then comes the backward difference. There also, the first one you are not able to evaluate. Okay, so as the formula goes, f prime at xi is fi minus fi minus 1 divided by h, and this way it would continue up to fn minus fn minus 1 divided by h. And then comes your central difference. There also you are trying to evaluate, let's say, f prime over here. But then for the first one and the last one, you are not able to evaluate the central difference values. So the first one would be something like f2 minus f0 divided by h, twice h rather, which is f prime approximately evaluated at x1. And this would continue, something like this. So at xi, it would be f I plus 1 minus f I minus 1 divided by twice h. And ultimately, it would end at xn, where it would be if n minus f n minus 2 divided by twice h. Okay. So if you have 100 data points, 100 data points, say, then over here you are able to evaluate the central difference for the first derivative at 98 locations. Okay, and as you can see, if you take more and more data points, okay, the the percentage of locations where you are able to evaluate the derivative, that simply increases. Okay, I mean, if you take 10 data points, then the central differences can be evaluated at 80% of the time. And if you take 100 data points, then you have central difference evaluated at 98 locations, 98% of the time. Okay. Is this part clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so far, all the difference techniques that we have seen, all of them are 2-point, your difference methods. Okay. And if you want to increase accuracy, you can actually take more than 2-point, methods. For example, let's try 3-point forward difference. Still trying to evaluate f prime. So once again, if I, okay, there is fi, but okay, let's try to evaluate if I plus 1 is if I plus h times f prime I plus h square divided by 2 factorial f double prime I. And then order h cube. If I plus 2 is if I plus twice h f prime I plus 4 h squared divided by 2 factorial, because essentially this is f of xi plus twice h. Okay, and I'm using the Taylor series involving twice of h. So f double prime I plus order h cube. Now earlier in the previous example of forward difference method evaluating the first derivative, we truncated at order h squared. But if we want to get rid of the order h squared term, what are we supposed to do? What we can do is we can subtract 4 if I plus 1. So that would give us, first of all, a5 minus 4 a5 plus twice h if prime I minus 4h if prime I plus the next term that would essentially be cancelled because then you are subtracting 4 times h squared if divided by 2 factorial times f double prime I. So here onwards you have order
So,
h1. Yes.
এটা h f dash I minus 8h f dash I হবে না?
No. I'm subtracting 4 times this one from
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in the end, this is what I'm supposed to have. If I plus 2 plus 3 if I minus 4 if I plus 1 divided by twice h. Acha. Okay. Yeah. There is a negative sign, so it would change. So in the end, this is what I'm going to have. 4 if I plus 1 minus if I plus 2 minus 3 if I, okay, and then dividing with twice h would give me this one plus order h squared. So as you can see, this is a 3-point formula using forward difference technique to get the first derivative, and it has the same order of accuracy as a central difference with 2-point formula. Is it clear to everyone how we got this expression?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as you can also imagine that with 3-point formula with forward difference, you will have to stop 2 places before uh, the total number of points that there are, total number of data points that there are. If there are 100 data points, you will probably have to stop you know 2 places before that. So at the 98th data point is where you are supposed to stop. Okay. Acha. Now, can you on your own write down the backward difference formula involving 3 data points?
Yes, sir.
স্যার,
হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ ওখানে কেন সাবট্রাক্টটা করছেন একটুখানি বলবেন? মানে
কোথায়
3
সাবট্রাক্ট করছি
পয়েন্ট
না?
ফর্মুলা, মানে সাবট্রাক্ট কেন করছেন আর মানে ওখানে কি হচ্ছে ঠিক বুঝতে পারলাম না। মানে
আচ্ছা,
a5+2 মাইনাস 4
সেটা কি ফরওয়ার্ড না ব্যাকওয়ার্ড ডিফারেন্স, বা না দুটোতেই?
ফরওয়ার্ডে।
ফরওয়ার্ড। Okay. See, we would get ordered h square truncation error. Okay. If we were to, consider only the first two terms in the Taylor series. But if we also wanted to include the next term, then the truncation error in evaluating either a5+1 or i+2, the truncation error would be order h cube. And why do we need that? Is when you would be ultimately evaluating the derivative, because f prime is associated with f prime is linear in h in either of the expressions. So eventually the expression of f prime, fi prime that you would get will have truncation error order h squared. Okay. Now we can have the value of the function at more than two locations. So these are two locations, then there is this third location, fi, which is okay with any of the finite difference techniques. What is not okay with finite difference technique? To have two derivatives in a single expression, because it's the derivatives that you are trying to evaluate using the values of the function at certain locations, certain data points. Now, if you are interested in evaluating the first derivative, so somehow, and you are also not willing to lose on accuracy from order h cube, somehow you need to get rid of f double prime. How do
ওকে
you do
স্যার,
that?
এবার বুঝতে পেরেছি।
এবার
হ্যাঁ
বোঝা
হ্যাঁ,
গেছে?
এবার 4 ইন, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
ওকে, সো আমি ধরে নিচ্ছি এই পেজের সমস্তটা লেখা হয়ে গেছে সবার।
হুম হুম।
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
if you want to improve on accuracy for central difference technique, because the central difference technique is kind of symmetric, you need to go with 3 data points. Sorry, not 3 but 4 data points. Okay, so now you try 4-point central difference. Okay, and in that we can write f I minus 2.
Sir,
Yes,
আমরা 3 point central difference কেন বার করলাম না?
3-point central difference actually আমরা দেখবো যে when it comes to second derivative, that's when central difference goes with 3-point, because of the nature of the difference technique. That's why you would see that if you are willing to get the second derivative, that's where the 3-point central difference works. You see, if it is minus h and plus h, that's where you are taking the difference. So the h squared automatically get cancelled out. Okay, আমরা যখন
Okay.
সেকেন্ড ডেরিভেটিভ করব তখন আমরা দেখতে পাবো এটা কেন হয়।
Okay, sir.
fi minus twice h times fi prime minus 4h squared divided by 2 factorial times fi double prime minus 8h cube divided by 6 fi triple prime and then acha, this one should be plus, right? And then you have 16h to the power 4 24 fi quadruple prime, then order h to the power 5. Okay, and in the similar way you can write down the other expressions. Okay, and this one is little complicated and probably take a while to derive, so I'm just giving you the final expression for this one. So with central difference, this is how it is going to look like. Okay, then order h to the power 4. Okay, now if you compare with the 3-point forward or backward difference method, just by incorporating one more point, you are getting 2 order higher accuracy. Okay, so earlier it was ordered h squared with forward and backward difference, 3-point forward or backward difference, but with this one you get 4th order truncation error when trying to evaluate the derivative at any given location. Okay, uh, okay, and the significance of this is why the 2-point and 3-point everything that matter. It's because earlier we were talking about a mesh, and then in that mesh there were x and y values, and there would be a surface of the function. Okay, and you are trying to evaluate all the partial derivatives. Okay, that's where this would make more sense. Then whether you are taking the forward or the backward difference, sorry, whether you are doing a 3-point difference method or a 2-point difference method or a 4-point difference method, and what order of accuracy are you getting? For example, if you get order h to the power 4 order of accuracy, okay, you can probably take you know, larger step size or fewer number of steps, and or fewer number of intervals, and therefore what advantage do you have is you can calculate the derivatives very accurately, okay, with larger steps. Whereas if you are using a 3-point method, so everywhere you are evaluating one particular type of derivative. So if you are evaluating, let's say, del f del x, Okay, and these are the grids in X. So, and this one, let's say, is Xij. Sorry, this is where the function value is Fij. Okay, so that is essentially f of Xi Yj. Okay, and then you can define this quantity as let's say I'm using the central difference, 2-point central difference method. So I can write it as f I plus 1 j minus f I minus 1 j divided by twice h. Okay, so this is how you define the derivative. So you do not change the y, but you change the x values, and accordingly the f values at those two locations that you take, and then you evaluate the derivative. Okay, now in the similar way you can evaluate the 4-point or the 3-point difference equations for the derivatives as well. And then it matters that you would be doing that same operation for every nodal points, every intersection points. Okay, and that's why the total amount of evaluation, function evaluation, that is kind of dependent on whether using a 3-point method or a 4-point method. But then with central difference and using a 4-point technique, you get 2 orders of higher accuracy. So as compared to order h squared from the 3-point central or forward or backward difference, in 4-point central difference you get 4th order truncation error. Okay, and that gives you the liberty to take larger step size, and that probably would reduce the computational cost in a more effective way. Okay, so that's where lies the significance of all these expressions, and why each of these can prove to be more useful in a given situation compared to the other ones. Okay, so with that, we will stop with the first part. So our first part is evaluating the first derivative using any of the difference techniques. Okay, now you would be given both class class assignment as well as home assignment. So the home assignment is essentially, as you know, is writing down the program, and the class assignment is writing down the algorithm or the pseudocode. So this is how I need you to write down the pseudocode. So that asks for the following quantities like A, B, and N. Okay, and probably be having the functional form. So which basically evaluates Fi's for all xi's I in 1 to n. Okay, and then the program or the pseudocode should ask for which difference to give okay, so it asks for which difference to give. Then you can say the input to that could be either forward difference, backward difference, or the central difference. Then the program should also ask for if it is forward difference, is it 2-point, 3-point, or 4-point. For example, if it is forward difference, then the program would ask for whether it is 2-point or 3-point. If it is backward difference, same question. If it is central difference, it would ask for whether it is 2-point or 4-point, and accordingly it would give the difference values in the applicable locations. Okay, so in the end it prints the x values, the f values, and the f prime values, and wherever it cannot evaluate, for example in central difference, 2-point central difference method, okay, it cannot evaluate at over here and over here at 1 and 0 and n. It cannot evaluate. Okay.
স্যার 4 পয়েন্টের ক্ষেত্রে কি হবে সেন্ট্রাল ডিফেন্সে?
হ্যাঁ, 4
Difference?
পয়েন্টের ক্ষেত্রে ফার্স্ট দুটো আর লাস্ট দুটো পয়েন্টে হবে না।
ওকে।
Okay. And whichever point is applicable, so there it evaluates the derivatives. Okay.
ওকে স্যার।
Okay. So you have time till 12:25. 20 minutes. You have 20 minutes of time for that.
ওকে স্যার।
Okay.
হ্যালো স্যার, হ্যালো। আচ্ছা, এটা কি কেউ বলতে পারবে যে মানে একটা প্রোগ্রামেই কি তিনটে তো ডিফারেন্স একসাথে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
দেখাতে
সব
হবে?
একসাথে সাম আপ করতে হবে।
মানে ওইটা একটা একটা জাংশন মতো আসবে
না
ওইখান
না
থেকে
না, মানে বেসিক্যালি সেন্ট্রালটাও লিখতে হবে, ব্যাকওয়ার্ডের জন্য আলাদা আর ইয়ের জন্য তো আলাদা, ফরওয়ার্ডের জন্য
না
তিনটে
স্যার,
আলাদা তো।
এইটাই যে এটাই জিজ্ঞেস করছি যে তিনটে প্রোগ্রাম হবে না একটা প্রোগ্রাম হবে তাহলে?
না না,
না,
আমার মনে হয়
প্রোগ্রাম
যখন
তো আলাদা
প্রোগ্রামিং
হবে না।
প্রোগ্রামিং তিনটে আলাদা হবে, সিউডো কোডও তো মানে তিনটে আলাদা হবে, একসাথে কি করে?
না না ওটা নয়, আমার মনে হচ্ছে একটাই লিখতে হবে, ধর একটা জাংশন
ফরওয়ার্ড।
ওইটা থেকে
এই শোন শোন শোন,
হয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি বলছি শোন। প্রথমত এই তিনটে জিনিসই কভার হবে, আর প্রত্যেকটার জন্য এক একটা করে এক্সপ্রেশন হবে। এক্সপ্রেশন তো প্রত্যেকটা আলাদাই, তো প্রত্যেকটা কেস করে তোকে দিতে হবে। এই কেসের জন্য এই এক্সপ্রেশন, এই কেসের জন্য এই এক্সপ্রেশন, এভাবে তোকে করতে হবে। বুঝতে পারলাম?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। হুম।
আচ্ছা।
ঠিক আছে।
So I guess everyone is able to uh, get the zero photon. Uh, okay. So let's proceed for second derivatives. So in forward difference method, uh, we can get the second derivative by taking at least 3 points. So that's what you do in the beginning, 3-point method. So we can write if I plus 1 equals A5 plus H times Mi plus H square divided by 2, if double prime I plus H cube divided by 6, if triple prime I
হ্যালো স্যার,
হ্যালো,
আপনি তো নেই মিটিং। স্যার নেই মিটিং থেকে, স্যার অটোমেটিক্যালি ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেছে।
আরে
কিছু
ভাই
লোকজন বলছিল ওরা নাকি
আমিও
মানে
হয়ে
আমি
যাচ্ছি তো, আমিও হয়ে
হুম,
গেছিলাম
আমি
মানে
মানে এখন অব্দি আমি ডিসকানেক্ট হইনি, বাট আমি দেখছি হুট করে দেখি
হ্যাঁ,
মানে
হঠাৎ হঠাৎ সব
22
লোকজন ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ 22 থেকে 9 জন মিটিং এ চলে এসেছে। মানে আই ডোন্ট নো হোয়াট ইজ হ্যাপেনিং, মানে এরকম ম্যাল ফাংশনই হচ্ছে কেন?
সেই
আর
জুরাসিক পার্কের সিনেমার মতো একজন একজন করে
এই
সব।
শোন
হ্যাঁ
না,
জানি
বলছি
জানি।
তোদের তোদের হচ্ছে মানে অডিও ভিডিও সব মানে গ্লিচ পিচ হচ্ছে না তো?
কেটে কেটে
না না
আসছে
না
অনেক।
না 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 অতটা গ্লিচ করছে না।
বাট আমার প্রচন্ড গ্লিচ করছিল আর আমি মানে রিমুভও
হ্যাঁ
হয়ে
হ্যাঁ
গেলাম।
হুম,
হুম। আচ্ছা বিশাল দুটো অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে না? না না এটা খুব অসুবিধা, মানে বুঝতে পারছি না কি হচ্ছে। এটা কি মানে এইসব সিস্টেম অ্যাপ গুলোকে আপডেট করার জন্য
না
হচ্ছে
না,
নাকি?
আমার মনে হচ্ছে অফলাইন ক্লাসের জন্য এটা প্রস্তুতি এগুলো।
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে, ইসান একটু থেমে যাও বাবা। হ্যালো স্যার।
হ্যাঁ ডিসকানেক্টেড হয়ে গিয়েছিল কি?
স্যার হুট করে দেখছি
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
অনেকজনই এরকম ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছে, মানে 22 থেকে
স্যার
9
আমি
জন দেখাচ্ছে মিটিং থেকে, মানে এরকম কেন হচ্ছে জানি না।
অটোমেটিক্যালি হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
স্যার
ওকে
আমি অনেকবার মিটিং থেকে ডিসকানেক্ট মানে অলরেডি মানে রিমুভ হয়ে গেছে না, আবার জয়েন।
ওকে, এই সেকেন্ড ডেরিভেটিভের কিছুটা কি শোনা গেছে?
আচ্ছা, যে
না না না
ইনিশিয়ালাইজেশনটা জাস্ট
না
হ্যাঁ
স্যার,
ইনিশিয়াল।
বললেন এটা আর কিছু না।
Okay, so now we are discussing the second derivatives involving the difference techniques. So at first we are talking about forward difference. Now be it forward difference, actually forward, backward or central difference, you cannot get the second derivative approximately without taking at least 3 data points. Okay, so that's what we are trying to do here. We are trying to get the 3-point second derivative expression using the forward difference. Okay. অনেকে বাদ চলে গেছে বুঝতে পারছি। So since the meeting is being recorded, I think they can look into that later.
Yes sir, surely.
So so here I have written down the expressions of if I plus 1 and if I plus 2. Okay, and I have written up to the second derivative, and then I have written order h cube. Okay, now if you see in these two expressions, it's okay to have more than 2 data points, which is there are 3 data points, if I plus 1 and if I plus 2, but as we discussed earlier, you cannot have more than 1 derivative. Okay, now as you can see, there are 2 derivatives involved in each of these expressions, fi double prime and fi prime. Now earlier we got rid of fi double prime. Here we want to evaluate the second derivative, so we need to get rid of fi prime. Okay, the first derivative. We need to get rid of the first derivative. Now, how do you think we can get rid of the first derivative? কিভাবে পেতে পারি আমরা? ফার্স্ট ডেরিভেটিভটাকে বাদ দিতে গেলে কি করতে হবে আমাকে?
fi plus 2 minus 2 into fi plus 1.
Correct. So if I do fi plus 2 minus twice fi plus 1, then on this side I'll be having minus fi plus 0, because these two will cancel out, and then over here twice h squared divided by 2 fi double prime. Okay, now these two 2's will cancel out. Achha, by the way, there is order h cube, of course. So in the end, you have this formula fi double prime, that is the second derivative of f evaluated at xi approximately is fi plus 2 minus twice fi plus 1 plus fi divided by h squared. order h. Okay, so just like the first derivative, why order h? Can you see that? It's because the coefficient of fi is h squared divided by 2, or it is quadratic in h. So that's why when you divide something which is order h cube with h squared, it becomes order h. Okay, similarly we can get the second derivative using the backward difference technique, which is again a 3-point method, wherein we can write fi minus 1 as fi plus minus h fi prime plus h squared divided by 2 fi double prime plus order h cube, then fi minus 2 as fi minus twice h fi prime plus 4h squared divided by 2 fi double prime order h cube, and when in the end if I do fi minus 2 minus twice fi minus 1, I would get minus fi plus h squared times fi double prime plus order h cube. In the end, you have fi double prime according to backward difference method. 3-point expression is fi minus 2 minus twice fi minus 1 plus fi divided by h squared. Okay, and this one has a truncation error of order h. Okay, so these two are the expressions from forward and backward difference methods. Now we would look into the central difference method. এই এক্সপ্রেশন গুলো বোঝা যাচ্ছে তো কিভাবে আসছে? Okay, central difference. So again, in central difference method, the second derivative is also 3-point method. I mean, the simplest way to get the second derivative is through 3-point method. So for that, you would use if I minus 1 and if I plus 1. And just like in the with the first derivative, we would try to get that expressions, which is fi minus h times fi prime plus h squared divided by 2 fi double prime, then h cube divided by 6 fi triple prime. Okay, by the way, this one is negative. And then possibly order h squared. Here also, we would write it as fi plus h times fi prime plus h square divided by 2 fi double prime minus, plus h cube divided by 6 fi triple prime, then order h to the power 4. Okay. Now, actually, I should also write down the terms involving quadruple prime or fourth derivative. Now, earlier we were only subtracting and figuring out what multiple of a given quantity must be subtracted. Here turns out that that multiple, that coefficient is -1, which means basically these two quantities needs to be added in order to get rid of the first derivative. And if you look carefully, simply by adding these two expressions, you can get rid of all the odd derivatives, all the terms involving the odd powers of h. So if you add these two quantities and then rearrange little bit, then you would get something like this. Now, of course, the even powers simply get added up. Once you add these two quantities, the even powers gets added. It's only the odd powers that cancel. So everything is order h to the power 4. That's why I wrote up to 4th power, and then the remaining I left as order h5. And in the end, you see the expression looks very similar. The expression looks very similar. Fi double prime through central difference is fi plus 1 minus twice fi and fi minus 1 divided by h squared. The expression looks very similar to the ones that you got for forward and backward difference. Okay, but the difference here is that with central difference, the truncation error is order h squared, just like you got for the 2-point central difference method for first derivative. Here, the order of accuracy is h squared. So can you appreciate the difference between the 3-point method for getting the second derivative for forward difference, backward difference, and that for central difference? Can you see that central difference is going to be more accurate? Actually, 1 order more accurate. এটা কি বোঝা যাচ্ছে? So in the earlier expressions, you had order h truncation error. Here you have order h squared. Okay, so okay, so for second derivative, we would leave it up to this, only the simplest expression. Okay, so your job, that is a second class assignment as well as your home assignment in terms of programming, would be to write down, to get the second derivatives given the xi's and fi's, you are supposed to give the user a choice whether they want it in central difference, forward difference, or backward difference, and then accordingly calculate the corresponding accordingly use the corresponding method to get the second derivative. So at this point, if you have any question regarding any of these methods, just let me know.
স্যার আগের যে আপনি অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা দিলেন ওখানে কি একটা প্রোগ্রাম হবে আর তিনটে প্রোগ্রাম হবে, মানে একটা প্রোগ্রামের মধ্যেই?
একটাই প্রোগ্রাম হবে, একটা প্রোগ্রামই
আচ্ছা,
that would
হ্যাঁ
ask
হ্যাঁ
the
এবার
user.
বুঝতে পারছি। ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে।
স্যার ওই 3.2. ওগুলো স্যার ওতে ইনভলভ করে দেবো।
3 পয়েন্ট আর 2 পয়েন্ট ইনভলভ করবো কি করে, মানে
না স্যার আপনি না, আমি সব ওই জায়গাটা ঠিক বুঝতে পারলাম না। আপনি ওখানে একটা মানে যে বললেন না, মানে ধরুন ফরওয়ার্ড বা ব্যাকওয়ার্ড বা সেন্ট্রাল ওটা চুজ করতে হবে মানে এইতে, স্যার তারপর ওটা কি করতে হবে ঠিক বুঝতে পারলাম না।
আচ্ছা, so you would be giving the user a choice whether he or she wants it in forward difference, backward difference, or central difference. How would you give that? For example, if the user presses 1, user enters 1, then the forward difference. User enters 2, it is backward difference. User enters 0, it is central difference. Okay, and
Okay,
then
sir.
let's say the user chooses central difference, then you have the option for 2-point method or 4-point method. Okay, so then you can give option that if the user enters 0, then it is 2-point method. If the user enters 1, then it is 2-point method. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
there will be a lot of options. So there are 3 difference methods, and each difference method have options either 2-point or 3-point, either 2-point or 4-point. Okay, so there will be 6 options, and you should have the you should write you should have the provision in whichever way the user wants it. It would calculate the derivatives. One more thing to keep in mind, that whether using central difference or forward difference, and whether using 2-point method or a 3-point or a 4-point method, then you need to be able to identify the points for which you can give the values. Okay, and otherwise there would be I mean you cannot simply use the expression blindly. For example, if you are using central difference for x0 and xn, you would not be able to evaluate the derivative. Okay, so you should keep those places 0. Central difference with 2-point method. Now when you use 3-point method, there also it is probably the same thing. With central difference, 3-point and 2-point is probably the same thing. Okay, so you should have that judgment. So it is going to be probably a longer program than the ones you previously wrote, but
Yes,
have, it would require a lot of guessing and judgment of yours.
স্যার তাহলে তিনটে ফর্মুলার জন্য আমরা অ্যালগরিদম বানাবো, আর ওর যে সেকেন্ড ডেরিভেটিভের জন্য আমরা প্রোগ্রাম বানাবো?
না না না, মানে ক্লাস অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট হচ্ছে দুটোর জন্যই সিউডো কোড লেখো বা অ্যালগরিদম লেখো, হোম অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট হচ্ছে দুটোর জন্যই প্রোগ্রাম লেখো। what you can do is for the first derivative write a separate program, for the second derivative write a separate program. It's just that with first derivative you have a little bit more options. It's not that there is not with second derivative. Second derivative also can be given in with more points. Okay, but I'm for the time being I'm just skipping those expressions. Okay, and that is also not your assignment. You can only stick to the very basics of the second derivative. So apparently the program for second derivative would be simpler. Okay, the first derivative should have option whether to use any given difference technique, and then there should be another option for number of points.
ওকে স্যার।
Okay, acha. So the example I'm about to show you is where I'm taking derivative of a function which looks something like this, like so f of x is e to the power minus 0.2x then cos of x. It's not that you cannot take derivative of this function. Of course you can. Now, where do you get an expression like this? This is something you'd probably see in a damped oscillation, okay, or a damped vibration, okay. If you have a simple pendulum, okay, and if you release it from an angle really tiny, less than 5 degrees, you'd probably see a behavior something like this. This exponential term, of course, brings the amplitude down every cycle and eventually brings the pendulum to rest, ideally at after infinite amount of time. X here can be treated as time. So it's a function of some of this sort is where I'm taking derivative of. Okay, and it is also advantageous to take a function for which you are able to calculate the derivative. What is the advantage? That you can check how accurate your difference technique is, and depending on that you can increase the number of steps or other things when you encounter a different function. Acha. So I would like to show the how the program looks on the terminal. Okay, so for that function, I'm asking for the limits of the function. Basically, I'm asking for the x limits, and I have kept the function inbuilt in the program, so it calculates the f values corresponding to x values. Okay, and since it is talking about damped oscillation, let's say 0 to 1 second. Okay, and let's say I'm interested in taking 25 steps. And then it is asking me whether to take central difference, forward difference, and backward difference. I have only gone with the basics, so I have only provided 2-point method for, let's say, first derivative. Okay, but in the similar fashion, you can provide the option for whether to go for 2-point or 3-point method. So let's say I'm interested in getting the central difference. So this is how it would print the x value, the function value, the first derivative. So in my program, I have made a single program for first and second derivative both. So it also prints the second derivative. Okay, so this is how the interface should look like. ঠিক আছে, এটা কি বোঝা গেল?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so accordingly you can plan and write your program. আরেকটা জিনিস বলছি, মানে নিজে লেখার চেষ্টা করো, ঠিক আছে? মানে you can go to Stack Overflow and practically copy the program. That is not allowed. Okay, whether you copy from one of your friends or from another group who are doing the same set of assignments or over the internet, none of them are acceptable. Okay, the reason I know that certain amount of similarity is because the program is borrowed from somewhere, is because you see, long before I was preparing for this class of yours, probably a month before, I wrote all the programs. Okay, and when I check any of your program with my program, there is absolutely no similarity. So that only goes to show that when you do it on your own, there is very little chance that it would be even somewhat similar to someone else's. And I have seen similarities, using the same name of the variable, using the same format while printing a variable, because you probably didn't understand what that part does. Okay, and that's why I request you to try to write on your own. Probably the program would not run at the first attempt, but then that's how you get to learn. Okay, and as usual, if you have any problem regarding anything, just let me know. And if you do not have anything else to know for the time being, then we can end the class for today.
ওকে স্যার।
হ্যালো
ওকে
হ্যালো স্যার, হ্যালো।
হ্যাঁ বলো, হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ, বলছি আজকে তো আমার ফার্স্টের দিকে একটুখানি ইন্টারনেটের প্রবলেম হচ্ছিল, মানে জিমিটে আর কি। তো সুইডো কোডটা একটু দিতে
হ্যাঁ
দেরি
ঠিক
হয়েছে
আছে, কোনো
একটুখানি।
অসুবিধা নেই, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই।
তিনটে অবধি তো
মানে
দিয়েছে টাইম
হ্যান্ডেড
স্যার।
লেট দেখা হবে।
না
হ্যাঁ
না, তিনটে
ঠিক
অবধি
আছে।
আছে তো।
ওই মানে স্যারের ভিডিওটা
না
যদি আরেকবার
ভিডিওটা দেখতে
দেখতে
হয়তো
পারতেন
একটু
তাহলে
বেশি
ভালো।
সময় লাগতে পারে, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। আমি মানে 3টে অবধি বলি, কিন্তু
স্যার আপনি যদি কিছু বলছেন ওটা কিন্তু আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
ইয়েস স্যার, ইয়েস স্যার। আমি শুনতে
আওয়াজ
পাচ্ছি।
আসছে।
আই গেস স্যার অ্যালাউ করে দেবে, অসুবিধা হবে না।
হ্যাঁ, মানে আমি ভিডিওটা দেখে আবার
হুম
মানে
হুম হুম হুম
লিখবো। আমার ফার্স্টের দিকে অনেকটা স্কিপ হয়েছে, তারপর মাঝখান থেকে
ঠিক আছে
দেখেছিলাম।
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে। স্যার আপনি কি আমাদের আওয়াজ শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
স্যার কি লেফট হয়ে গেলেন?
মনে হচ্ছে তাই। তুই একবার ইন্দ্রনীল থেকে জিনিসটা কনফার্ম করে আমাকে জানাস, কিন্তু এক্সপেরিমেন্ট নাম্বারটা কত হবে, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আমি ওকে বলে দিয়েছি, কালকে রাত্রিবেলা বলে দিয়েছি, ও আমাকে বলে দেবে।
কোনটা লিখতে হবে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট একটু একটু বল না রে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
ওই
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 জিনিসটা
তো
নিশ্চয়ই আছে।
অফিসিয়াল গ্রুপে যেটা দিয়েছে সেটাই।
ওটাই তো।
হুম।
আচ্ছা
এক্সপেরিমেন্ট নাম্বার আর কভার পেজ লিখতে হবে নাকি সেটা বলে দেবে।
ঠিক আছে,
কভার
আমাকে
পেজ
বলে আমরা
মনে আছে।
এক্সিট করে যাই।
অফিসিয়াল গ্রুপে যেটা প্রসেস দিয়েছে ওটাই তো।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, কভার পেজ দিতে হবে রে, কভার পেজ দিতে হবে।
কভার পেজ
হ্যাঁ,
দিতে
সেটাই।
হবে।
আমরা তাহলে এক্সিট করি আস্তে আস্তে।
হ্যাঁ,
মানে আমার একটা ডাউট ছিল, ওটা
3:15
আমি
3:15 তে হবে।
হ্যাঁ। আচ্ছা শোন, আমি একটা ডাউট লিখেছিলাম ওই অফিস আনঅফিসিয়াল গ্রুপে, ওটা একবার দেখে নিস তোরা, ঠিক আছে?
কি কি বিষয়, কি বিষয়?
ওই তো ঈশান জানে।
কি বিষয়
আচ্ছা
বলতো?
ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে, বুঝে নে আমি রাখছি তাহলে এখন।
ও আচ্ছা
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, ওকে
ঠিক
ওকে
আছে।
ওকে।
কাট কর, সবাই আস্তে আস্তে ডিসকানেক্ট কর নিজেকে।
চলো দেখা হবে বন্ধুগণ।
ঠিক আছে,
অবশ্যই
ঠিক
অবশ্যই।
আছে, চলো চলো।
বাই বাই।